Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Money Talk with Ayanna Smith. And I am your host, Ayanna Smith. And I help people make and save money. Let me see. Not only helping people make and save money, but really helping people to dig and dive into the importance of how life insurance can not only help them personally, but help them in the business ownership process. Yes, life insurance is amazing. And I want to make sure that we have a moment to talk to you a little bit about how we can do that. So we're going to talk a bit today about steps to creating a better financial foundation, and that's for the personal and the business. And we're going to begin that by utilizing the concept and the great commodity and idea of life insurance. We'll be right back. Okay. We are back and we are ready to go. Welcome to Money Talks again. I am your host, Ayanna Smith, and I am a financial professional, a life insurance broker, and I help people make and save money, but I also help that business person where we're looking at estate planning and the wills and the succession plans even. We want to look at how to really drill down and deep dive into that. So this segment is going to, of course, be brought to you by A.M. Smith and Company, LLC. And when you want to connect with me, go to askayanna.com that you see on the screen and make sure that you connect on all social media outlets, as well as book an appointment, a complimentary consultation, so that we can go over some things that will help you, your family, and your business if you have one, two, or three businesses. Just make sure, first of all, you do have one business, the business of you. So you are a business, you are a brand, and you have to be protected all the way around. So it is imperative that we start at home first, and then we spread out with our businesses and our corporations and all of that to make sure that we are protected in every facet, in every area of our lives and business. So I want to share, of course, that at the top of this, that guess what? My new book, my new anthology has been brought out and birthed out. It's Building Wealth, Entrepreneurial, Professional, and Financial Expertise Unlocked. So you can get your copy, of course, and I have the a link in the comments to make sure that you are able to purchase that or direct message me. I can most definitely send you a link. It is $24.99. That includes shipping, and we'll get that right over to you. And it includes four other dynamic financial ladies who are CPAs, money coaches, business credit builders. I mean, they really put their heart and soul into sharing from the mindset onto the methods of money. And of course, I came from the life insurance aspect to say life insurance are not a curse words, and they aren't. So with that being said, we're going to jump right in looking at our topic for this Money Talks episode, talking about creating that creating that foundation using life insurance. So why don't we jump into it? All right, ready to jump into it? Let's go. So with that, we're going to start out. Make before we get going, make sure that you like, comment, share this. If you are replaying, make sure that you hit hashtag replay and share this to someone that you love very much. If you can utilize the information from here, wonderful. Hello to everybody who comes in, chiming in, listening in from all the platforms, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Thank you so much for coming in and joining and sharing with your friends and listening to the replay. And if you hear something that you like, make a comment, and then let's make sure that we make a connection. So comment and then connect. Yes, we're going to comment, but we're also going to connect. That means we're going to connect with one another. You connect with me so that I can connect with you and see what we can do together, because I may need something that you have. You may need you most definitely need what I have with this life insurance, and just a way of looking at it and positioning yourself where you're going to add on and build on to what you may already have, or add on to something that you wanted to position to enhance what you already have. And if you don't have any type of life insurance, or you have family members that may have disabilities and they may have a hard time getting covered, please make sure that you do connect with me, because I am able to help in that arena as well, because everybody deserves the opportunity to have life insurance, or also another way to save for themselves. And I also have another opportunity that if we want to look at elders staying at home, people staying at home, I have plans that is not attached to the life insurance part, that will allow people to come in and service them, provide hours of service and care. And that's something that we can talk about, as well as a great credit program that can help people pay off mortgages in just a short time. So there are some different things that AM Smith and Company has branched out and endeavored to do. I've partnered with some people, some great teammates, some great people that are working in the final expense, the estate planning, wills, and all of that. So I know that those are things that I've been asked about. So I want to sit down and talk with you and help direct you in the right, direct you to the right person in the right direction, so that you can build your financial portfolio and build your house well, and then secure it with the appropriate locks, because we want to make sure our houses have locks on them, right? Our windows and doors and all of that. We want to make sure everything is covered, protected, and we are secure. All right. So we've gone through all of that, and I hope that those who are coming in, you like, comment, share, and we're going to jump right in now into steps to creating a better financial foundation, beginning with life insurance. Yes. So we want to think about a more elevated and a seek that new elevated way of thinking, get our mindset clear. That life insurance is not only for when you pass away. Oh, I don't want to leave my family anything. All those ideas and mentalities should be just dormant and dead, because it's not about leaving people something, which it is, but it's also too having something while you are here, just in case you get sick, just in case you have to replace an income even of someone, or replace your own income if you got too sick to work, that you have the right types of insurances. And I've been over those types that can help us, but we want to make sure that we have everything covered, everything in place, so that if there is some downtime, that we don't have to worry about is a check coming in to help us with our bills and other financial expenses of the home. We can continue to go, or even our financial expenses and budgeting for our businesses. Will the business run if we're not there to run it? And can we sustain it if it's not there, if it's just us? So those are the things that we want to talk about and get into. So the first thing we want to look at, of course, financial security that life insurance provides. It provides that financial security because it's a safety net for the loved ones who are left. But like I just said, it's also a safety net for the person who is still here, still living, but needs some assistance. If you have heart attack, cancer, stroke, can't toilet, can't feed yourself, can't bathe yourself. Those are the things that you really need to have in place. Have the right types of life insurance so that if those just those daily living functions are not fluid and available for you, then you have the money to take care of the care that you need, and also to get the people in that you need to care for you. And also, if it's a certain type of medication that is not covered by your health insurance, if you have your health insurance intact, then this type of insurance will help you to bridge that gap. You want to be able to bridge the gap. All right. So think about it. That breadwinner passes away. What are you going to do? The difference between having enough life insurance is the difference between being able to stay in your current home or your apartment, or having to move out immediately and leave and have to figure out what's next. What am I going to do? Where do I have to live now? Am I going to have to live with family members? Am I going to have to get roommates? What have you? It's going to shift the way of life if we don't shift our way of thinking now to getting life insurance to cover that breadwinner, you or your spouse or your significant other. All right, then life insurance helps with debt settlement. It can also pay off outstanding bills. We know that. It can pay off outstanding bills such as mortgages. So we can use it as mortgage protection. Hello, homeowners. We can use life insurance for mortgage protection. Please, please, please see me, reach out to me, because we can get you positioned, if you qualify, to cover your mortgage. See, the mortgage companies have the PMI and all that, so that that's protecting the mortgage if you pass away or default for them, for the banks, as from the bank's aspect. But what if you pass away and your family needs that mortgage paid off for their sake and their aspect? This is where you position it, life insurance for mortgage protection. You also can position it to pay off students' loans if they have not been forgiven and taken away now. I did that, position myself, have a policy that if I were to pass away, it would cancel, it would take care of my student loans and not have my family having to worry about that and all that. And some people say, well, it may be absolved. It may be. And we pray and hope it will. But I just wanted to be in position just in case, to make sure that they wouldn't have to worry about that. Because see, there's two things that we can leave people. We can leave them not only a loan when we pass away, but we can leave them a loan or several loans if we have to if they have to go out and start borrowing money to take care of what we should have positioned ourselves to have in order and in place prior to our passing. Right. Okay. Another thing that our third thing that life insurance could do, and this is not an exhaustive list. This is something that I did share even in my book. I shared some tidbits on building that better financial foundation with the using life insurance. You can use it for our final expense or our funeral expenses. And most definitely, we want to be able to have enough for our funeral expenses, have them covered, make sure that we are good, fine, and dandy in that aspect. Okay. And then educational funding. Listen, for those of you who are listening and watching that have children, grandchildren, get a life insurance, a great life insurance, a substantial life insurance policy for your children as early as, listen, come closer, as early as 2 weeks, two weeks old, 2 weeks old. Yes, as early as 2 weeks old, children can be positioned and qualified for life insurance. And those life insurance policies can create a boatload of wealth for them. So by the time they are maybe where we are just starting out, they're already there. And it does not cost as much, but you invest more over time. And we will project and talk about what it would look like, what we could project, and what we could illustrate for you that you would love for your child to have or your grandchild to have in the, down the road. So in the event they go to college, or if they don't go to college, either way, they'll have money, a nest egg, a seed to buy properties and start businesses and write books and travel abroad and all of that. They will have that money there for them because you took the time when they were young to invest in them and see further than they could see. You have to see farther than other people can see. See farther, far, see far, way out there in front of people before they can get there, and then leave the instructions on how they are to utilize the money once they become of age. And that's where we have to sit and talk about the trusts and the wills so that the children will know, listen, grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, aunt, uncle invested and wanted you to be the best and the brightest, and then wanted to give you a bootstrap up and not have you pulling yourself up by the bootstraps. Agree? All right. So if you have questions while we're talking, please make sure you put them in the comments, and I'll make sure I'll get back to you on them. Okay. All right. The next thing we're going to look at estate taxes. Hey, we're talking about those estate taxes, and it could be used, that life insurance can be used to cover taxes. For the, if the beneficiaries get any of the what we say, the inheritance taxes and things like that, then the life insurance can help to pay that off. And inheritance taxes meaning you've gotten some property, or you've gotten some things that maybe were not placed in a trust, and you're getting them directly in your hands in your name, then you will be open to taxation on those things, because those are now transferring from one person to you, and everything is always open to taxes. That's why we have to really function and flow in that mode with the trust, and that's a whole different conversation. But that will do some protections on alleviating and maneuvering the taxation, the inheritance taxation. But in case it's not, your properties and things have not been set up in that manner, life insurance will help to defray the costs that come with inheritance taxes. All right. Now, next thing, business continuation. Here, my business owners, listen up, listen in. Business continuation. For business owners, life insurance can find itself like find a buy sale agreement, ensuring the smooth transition and the smooth transition of ownership for your business. So with that, in case of in the event of a partner's death, you can have like survivorship policies. When one passes away, then the benefits transfer to that surviving owner of that business, if you have it set up that way. Or you have your key man policies, that when that key person, that president, the CEO, the founder passes away, then that money will from the policy has been seeded and and left to the beneficiaries of the trust, or of a specific person, to help carry on the business so it can continue to run as usual, or you'll be able to have enough money to hire hire someone in your place, hire someone for the person that passed away to continue those jobs, and delineate and break down the different positions that person had. Because most of the time, sometimes people have multiple jobs they do in one person, but then when the person passes away, you realize, wow, that probably should have taken about 5 people to do their job, and to break it down and do it as effectively as they did. So that key man policy will help in business continuation. And then we look at income replacement. Listen, how many people know families that have stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, or somebody stays at home to raise and care for the children, care for the home, while there's a breadwinner out there working? We still have dynamics like that. And here is the thing. Some people say, well, that person doesn't need, they don't have a job, so why would they need life insurance? Well, here, let's put on this thinking cap. Why would they not need life insurance? Because they do so many intricate things in the home. They are the housekeeper. They are the Uber driver that takes the kids back and forth to practices and all of that. They may be the homekeeper that's taking care of the home, cleaning up. They're cooking. Okay, that's just 4 things right there. So all of those things, people pay people to provide those services for them. So with that being said, it is imperative that we think about having coverage on that stay-at-home person, on that stay-at-home parent, So it doesn't matter that they don't own a traditional income. Add up what it would be to have a housekeeper. Add up what it would be to have a nanny. Add up what it would be to have someone to cook all your meals. Add up what it would be for someone to transport you back and forth. When you add up all of those, at least those four entities, just those four alone would add up to much more than you think salary wise. If you itemize and write out how much each of those things take and cost when you need them done. If you needed somebody to cook, clean, and take your kids places, how much would that really look like? What would that salary look like? So that's how much coverage that stay at home mom or dad needs. That stay at home aunt or uncle or grandma. That's how much they need to make sure that you can recover if they don't recover from something or if they suddenly pass away. So let's just really think about that. We can talk about that because I know sometimes we don't have conversations, but I am also, as I insert this, available to come and speak to your churches, your civic events, your meetings, your sororities, fraternities. I am able to speak, do in person and hybrid. We can do hybrid and on Zoom. If it's what meet Google Meets, whatever we need to do to get these messages out. I am available to speak to business uh, groups, networking groups, also teachers, educators, most definitely need to hear it because after working 150 years with people's children and then still come out looking kind of funny, it's not that cool when you feel like, wow, I should have done more. Wish I would have had more. Let's talk because there is more. Absolutely. All right. So as we come into our descent, looking at the inheritance equalization, this is what happens. Life insurance can help ensure that assets are distributed fairly among the heirs. So if you leave it divvied out correctly, percentage wise, then they can easily get what you are requesting that they get. For example, if one child is inheriting a family business, life insurance plans can provide a financial equivalent to be distributed to the other heirs. So they still will have, if they don't get all the beneficiary money from a life insurance policy, it can help the others to equalize what you want to give them, what you want all of them to have monetarily. All right. And then charitable giving. Some people say, what? Charitable giving? Yes, you can have your life insurance left to your church, to a 50, any 501c3, any charitable organization, heart, cancer, um, just autism, anything that you would like to leave some money to, you can have your favorite, most beloved organization, the earmarked to become a recipient of some of, if not all, of the policy that you have left for that particular, that particular organization. You can do that. So that's that philanthropic work that you can live beyond the grave and leave money to your favorite organization or church. All right. And then lastly, which I love to talk about, long-term care benefits. We can't get around it. There is going to come a time that we may need it, and it's better to not need it and have it than what? Have it and, well, let me say it correctly. Let me get it right. So I know you're all out there saying, wait a minute, let's get it correct. Yes, it's better to have living benefits or long term care benefits than to be without them. You have them and don't need them, than to need them and you don't have them. So let's have a conversation about how we can get them and if we qualify for them so that we won't be in the balance, waiting and waxing and waning, wondering, who is anybody going to be able to take care of me, or am I going to be left out here to take care of myself and fend for myself? It is very important, very imperative that we know how we're going to get taken care of. So, with that being said, making sure in that with long term care, a policyholder can access their policy long term care benefits to cover nursing home costs, expenses, allowing them to maintain their quality of life in their later years. And not only their later years, sometimes in your early years, because what we need to realize that the ages between 19 and 64, there's nothing extra for that age group. That's a wide span. If you're under 18, or I guess up to 18, you have like the children's hospitals. If you are of 65, then that's where Medicare supplements can kick in and help you out. But there's not too much in between of the areas of the 19 to 64 years old. So that's where we have to dig in and take care of ourselves and think about how we are going to be positioned with getting living benefits and long-term care. If necessary, we will have it, and not need it, then need it and not have it. So this has been a joy. And as we quickly want to recap and look at what we talked about this evening. So with our recap, you want to do a recap? Say recap? Okay. Recap. Starting with the benefits of life insurance. Provides one, financial security, could provide debt settlement, it could provide funeral expenses, educational funding, estate taxes, business continuation, income replacement for stay-at-home parents, inheritance equalization, charitable giving, and long-term care slash living benefits. Yes, it can cover all of that. And that's just a little bit of what it can cover, because listen, it is so much that we can expand and expound on and get into. But what I need for you to do is make sure that you go to askayanna.com to make sure that we can connect with a complimentary consultation. And then we will be able to see what will be best for us. You can please subscribe to my YouTube channel at the Ayanna Smith, and on Instagram at Ask Ayanna _ Financial Pro, and Ask for Ayanna on Facebook. And of course, most of you see me sometimes on the personal page. Just jump on over and give me a like, give me a follow, and let's make sure that we are setting something up. And you have been listening to Money Talks with Ayanna Smith, where I help people make and save money. And I am a life insurance broker and a financial professional. And as we always say, money is what? Always talking, even if we aren't talking about it. So let's make sure that we are talking about it every single day. We're going to get our mindset on our money and our money on our mindset. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful evening. Good night. Make sure you like, share, comment, and we will see you soon.